Oh shit!
Hola,
back,
everyone.
everybody.
Work.
We are having nothing but difficulties this evening.
I ain't having shit. On you.
All on
right.
me.
Anyway,
Welcome back, you guys. We are going to be discussing RuPaul's Drag Race
Real.
live Vegas review.
episode 3.
Is that how we're saying it? Live Vegas review, right?
The live Vegas review.
Review live.
Yeah, live Vegas review.
Live
Okay,
Vegas.
I thought I had it backwards. Live Vegas review, episode 3.
Halfway through. Here we go.
Yes,
And there was a lot of juicy tea to spill in this episode.
Yes, there was.
Yes. There's some behavior issues going on with this cast.
Well, let's start at the top of the show.
Okay.
We're coming back in from their first night, from opening night.
Great.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And they all realized, hey, we got a lot of these jitters out. Hey, we're actually doing amazing. Hey, we did great. And for a second, the drama was going to die down because it seemed like, oh my God, the drama was all before because we were all nervous about this. We didn't know what was going to happen, but we did it. We're here. We made it. We did this. We can do this. And then it seemed like there was this bond, this sisterhood. And I'm like, oh, yay, everybody's going to walk around in their traveling pants.
Well, let's roll back for a second. What I did like about this introduction here when we started getting into the parties and stuff was now the dancers are becoming part of this cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just the Rugard, they're becoming real cast members in it.
Which is really like seeing behind the scenes of what would have happened or could happen with a show like this.
So I thought it was really cool. So anyway, that's my introduction.
But yes, the drama is
Nick
starting out now.
They said their names, a couple of them. It was Nick and...
Nick is the main one.
Nick is the main one.
I know Nick and Matt. And Matt was the guy from the bar, though.
No.
Are you talking about the guy that looks like Lance Bass?
Yeah, the date. Isn't it David or something? Anyway, we'll get there. Well, we're here, kind of. At the parties, Derek decides we're gonna find Vanjie some love. Right here tonight, here at these parties, we're gonna find Vanjie some love. And Vanjie immediately.
No, the whole reason they went out was to find Vanjie love.
Yep.
They went to a gay country western bar, which I love.
Called Charlie's.
The Charlies.
She took a lot of offense to it because she thought that they were not making fun of her, but cheapening what she was looking for. You know, making this.
She felt like exactly like she was being pressured into something that, you know, into a certain type of lifestyle that she said, she's done. She wants real love now. That's what she's looking for, something serious. She's already done that, played that game. So, which you go through in your early 20s where you play all these games and you date different people and all this stuff. And then it's like once you hit your like mid to late 20s, just something kind of hits you and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I want to be serious. Like I want to come home to the same person every day.
Well, there's that. And then I also got a little bit of Vanjie that she kind of resists the situation just to be that person to resist. Kind of, she's got a wall up in her. She's like, push back on everything. She wants to kind of ease into it herself. So I think that's kind of a personality trait because you could tell she was having fun at certain points of this. She was
but it also seemed a little like nervous laughter, as if like, like I'm doing this with you guys, but I really am a little uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, and I think that was part of pushing that guy away when we eventually get to the date. I thought she immediately closed herself off without giving this guy a chance. I mean, of course, we didn't see the whole night or the whole date with the two of them, but I thought it was really almost cold.
I mean, we can get to that. That's kind of that goes with that storyline. So Derek then, feels bad about what had happened with the previous night with Vanjie. So he sets Vanjie up. He takes Vanjie out to lunch on the premise that they're going to just them two have lunch together and talk. And Derek apologizes and says, "I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were looking for something serious."
Which is funny. Please stop right there. This is funny because Derek's like giving this whole song and dance about how he feels so bad and he did this, and it's the same thing. he's doing the exact same thing he's trying to apologize for. It's like,
yeah.
Well,
because then we see Derek's like, oh, so yeah, you remember Matt? Wasn't it Matt, or what was his name?
David.
Well, anyway, he's like, I don't think it's gonna pan out, so it doesn't matter. He's like, do you remember so and so? You remember so and so from last night? And Vanjie's like, yeah. And he's like, well, I kind of invited him to lunch with us. Did I do a bad thing? And I'm like, Derek, oh my God, what are you doing?
But what I did like about Derek,
I think Derek had good intentions with this, though.
Showing Derek this side of Derek, I thought was really cute, because Derek, he may not understand the whole social aspect of being that kind of intrusive into somebody, but his intentions are clear. His intentions are very, very good, and he just wants people to love, and he wants people to smile and be happy and be together and laugh. I'm starting to really like Derek for that.
You know what? I am too. And I was not a Derek fan whatsoever. I was actually a little bummed when I heard that Derek was going to be in this series, because I was really like, I saw Derek in All Stars. I'm a little over it. I don't, Derek is kind of a one-trick pony. We've seen it. I just want some people have begged, please show us something different. But
now we get to see him in a different. Now we get to see him in a different light. So that's
we get to see Derek as Derek, not Derek as Brittany.
Yes,
which is what Derek we've been trying to get to all of these seasons that he's been in. You know what I mean? We just simply wanted to get to the core of who is Derek.
Yes.
And we're finally getting there. And I like that. I really am becoming a Derek fan. And if we were in competition right now, would I want Derek to win it all? No, by no means. But would I be a little more invested in Derek's story? Yes, because Derek is a little more interesting to me now.
Yeah. And his relationship that they're showing on the show with Nebraska and Nick it's real. It's really genuine.
It is.
And it's not taboo. So they're doing it in such a positive light. They're really showing this relationship.
Well, exactly. Really well. And that's the thing too, is that like you said, they're showing this relationship, this threesome relationship that they have in a very positive light, because to them it's normal. That's what it is. And I like that. And I like that we're seeing that in mainstream television of all things nowadays, because it's still very taboo in most places to have more than one partner.
Sure. It's illegal. In a lot of places.
Exactly. It's illegal in a lot of places. Well, marriage between multiple partners.
Right.
But still, it's just interesting to see, and to see it from another angle, and see that this is how they make it work. And it's not crazy. Just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it doesn't work for them. And it doesn't mean it's not possible for someone else.
Right.
Now, you watch all those wives stories about the Mormons, or the what are they? They have all the multiple wives, and they do those shows very taboo, very like, oh, this is scandalous. We're going to show the negative side of all this.
Well, because the sister wife thing, because they're actually married and it's illegal.
Yeah.
So it is very taboo.
Now, the other drama that we're dealing with in the episode is drama between Naomi and I just had it in
Asia.
Asia, yeah. That's the other drama that we're dealing with in this episode.
Yeah, well, this is interesting because for me, Naomi for me has been the worst. I think Naomi's absolutely ruining her career by doing this show. She is showing that she is just doesn't give a shit about nobody. She's showing that she's willing to play games with her relationship with people just to be on whatever side. It's so incredibly childish. It's so incredibly selfish. And it's like, she was so loved in her season. She went out there, people wanted her to win. That they thought she was sweet. Her mother, her family, that was showcased on her season of RuPaul's Drag Race, with her mother taking in all those kids. They have like 9 or 10 all adopted kids from all over the world, and showing this beautiful relationship with that. And Naomi's just really hard to take down, really hard to watch.
It shows you, one, maybe it's produced. Like they wanted that villain angle. They wanted that diva villain-esque angle, but it's also showing you how now it's been a minute since we've seen Naomi, and celebrity tends to change people. Whether that's Hollywood, whether that's celebrity in the drag community, whether that's celebrity on Twitter, whatever it may be, popularity changes people. It really does. And it changes their opinion and their behaviors.
So this fight with Derek was so hot just a week ago. And remember, we're seeing this in days because the fight was going on right before opening night. They had opening night. They're going to after parties. And then another performance happened, and then we're at the final scene, and that literally was what, 2 nights, and all of a sudden now they're like the best of friends. I can see that in Derek, but not
So
Naomi. Naomi's using Derek for something.
I agree. I agree.
Because
I think Naomi's using a lot of people for different angles. She's playing this show as if it's a competition, and it's not. It's not a competition this time. But like I said, that's why I feel like Naomi's got like this, like she feel either the producers have given her, or she feels she needs to fill this role of this villainess diva type of character.
Right.
But this drama was caused by Asia.
It's a review show, so it's like diva. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Asia caused this drama all on her own because they were in a previous rehearsal, and Evie asked Asia, "Who do you think is the team as a team is the weakest link?" And she says, "Well, I think Naomi is." And Naomi was sitting right there. She said it to her face. She said, "I think you're the weakest link because you don't play as a team. You want to do all this for yourself. You want to shine as only Naomi Smalls and not the rest of it."
And they're supposed to be like best friends.
I know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is where we find out that they have a history together. They were very close and yada yada yada, all that shit. So then skip to the next night, and you've got kind of a reversal of a sort that you have Asia being attacked for. It wasn't quite the same question. What was the new presentation of this question? How did they put it? It wasn't.
They did it with the truth or dare when they were drinking.
The truth or dare, and Derek was the one who brought it up.
Yeah, and what he put out there, he did put teamwork out there. He put something. Who was the weakest link?
That's what it said. Yeah, who was the weakest link?
Well, it got presented that
it was true. He picked. So he said, "Did you or did you not say that Naomi is the weakest link out of all of us?"
And of course, the Asia just goes off the rail. You kind of denying it, kind of twisting it, and then acts like a complete idiot child. Storms out. I gotta leave. I gotta go. I
gotta go now. I gotta
go now.
You said it. You said it in front of the camera.
You were just trying to get out of her.
Naomi talked about it.
You didn't want to own up to it.
Why don't you just say, "Yes, I talked about it. And this is what I told Naomi." You were there. I told Naomi this to her face. Do you guys agree? Do you not agree? Let's discuss it. But instead, she acted like this spoiled child, and I was like, "Okay, now Asia, you're ruining yourself on this show." Since episode 1, she's been a mess.
Well, and like we both said while we were watching it, the thing is like Asia's supposed to be this den mother to all the girls, and she's the one causing most of the drama and acting very childish out of everyone.
Very high school. Asia acts like a little spoiled girl in high school.
Yes.
If she doesn't get her way, if it doesn't run the way she wants it. Because look at Cameron. Cameron was a really good example of this episode because when Asia left the dressing room, because it's Cameron's, Naomi's, and Asia's dressing room. When Asia left the dressing room, now all of a sudden Cameron felt obliged to spark back up and to be happy, and they were dancing and they were carrying on in there. But then Cameron subdues himself when Asia's present because that's the atmosphere Asia wants it to be, and that's sad because Cameron is probably the most real person on this cast. And
that's true. And we haven't seen a whole lot from Cameron, though. I think we have more to come from Cameron.
Ready to. I think they're going to go into his relationship.
Yeah,
I think as soon as his boyfriend comes to town.
Yeah, because his boyfriend's supposed to come to town next week.
Yeah.
I wish they'd go back to Evie's story about her whole thing and how she's.
They will.
That was my favorite moment of this episode.
Saving that for more towards the end because I think they're going to get like some kind of they're going to give us one of those dun 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 moments where it's
Evie went into that rehearsal,
perform or will Evie not?
Well,
because when Evie went into that burlesque rehearsal as a fan, she went in that rehearsal as a fan, that burlesque rehearsal tonight as a fan, and oh my god, my heart just melted because you could see the love, the joy,
dropping by and dropping in on the burlesque show.
Yes, and she was like, "Oh my god, I just want to see. I'm a performer. I want to watch this. I want to appreciate this."
Back up. Before that, before Evie even drops in on the burlesque show, Evie. The way they segued into that was Evie talking about that, because of her condition and because of everything, she has a lot of other projects going on because she never knows what's going to happen. And she doesn't want to limit herself while she can.
She's amazing. She's probably my favorite person.
I am loving Evie even more now. Let's find out Evie's a rapper.
She wants to do a full rap album.
I know.
But they played a snippet, and Evie's actually good.
She's good.
Yeah.
Like, oh my! And you did it. You wouldn't have known it was Evie.
I know. I love her. She
It
is
was
absolutely
great. Yeah.
I mean, I loved her on a season.
So
We were
yeah,
really
and
big
then
fans
that's
of her.
when we segue
But-
into
yeah.
Evie wanting to feel more sexy and dance more sexy for her music video she's gonna do for this rap song that she's written, performed, and
And
recorded.
she looked like a scarecrow up there. Oh my god, it was hilarious. I was like, "You go, girl!
Oh,
you trying? You
it
trying?"
was funny. Well,
Uh-huh.
because Evie's used to not fluid movement.
Yeah.
Evie's used to blocked off,
Well, she
like
took her
non-conforming,
condition.
contorting movement. You
She
know,
took her condition and just ran with it and says, if I'm gonna be clumsy as a dancer, I'll make it look clumsy. I'll make it look,
exactly.
And
Right.
she's
And it
genius.
looks great.
But there's so much heartbreak about all this going on for her, and it's like when she starts to talk about it, you see it in her eyes, and it's hard to watch because you can see it's just killing her inside her head.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll get back to that some more
Love
too
her.
in the next episode,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
I can't wait for.
Yeah, it seems like this Asia thing's gonna suck a lot of the air out of the next episode. It seems like there's a dressing room change, and Asia's crying backstage and acting like a fool.
Already. I'm over it.
I am too. I'm like,
It's
half
only
of an
episode
is
3, and
enough
we're like,
to get on
okay, can we get somebody else in here?
You go back to episode
already.
1. You go back to the beginning of episode 1. It really has been about the Asia bitch fest. This whole thing, but it's all now coming together, and it's exhausting. It's absolutely exhausting to watch. But yay, I love this show.
Love it. Love it.
And that's basically how the episode wraps up.
Yeah.
Asia storming out. I gotta go home now. I gotta go home.
I gotta go.
Because and we didn't say they were playing Truth or Dare because they had like a pajama party type of thing.
Yeah.
And they invited some
It's
of the
cute,
dancers.
the dancers.
They invited some of the dancers that we were talking about that are going to be now intertwined with this main cast.
Right.
So, and that was interesting. So Naomi got set up for a dare to kiss Nick, who Naomi's been lusting after.
Mm-hmm.
She like ate his face.
So yeah. So I thought that was great. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next week's episode. I think we're going to get a lot more Evie. I think we're going to get the wrap up of this Asia drama. I hope so. I don't think it's going to carry through, and if it does, not as prevalent. And I think we're going to start to touch on Cameron's story again, which will be awesome. So
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's it. Any last words before we sign off, my friends?
Nope.
No, we're good. I think we covered it all.
You guys, we love you. We love you for being here. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified every time we upload, because we upload multiple times a week, or we go live multiple times a week. Like I said, we love you. We love you for being here.
Bye. Go home.
This tea holds you over. We'll see you in the next one.
Take care, guys. Bye.
What did we do?